Chetam, if you can hear me, I don't know if you can finish your thoughts on the last question I asked.
So, like I said, the governor does not have an option but to go back and represent the budget and also obey the orders of the Supreme Court. So the question as to what would be done if the governor fails to obey the judgment of the Supreme Court, then on the strength of that, the House of Assembly can now take up an impeachment proceedings against the governor. It's as simple as that. We have laws in this country, and irrespective of whose ox will be God, the laws of this country has to be obeyed. And if the Supreme Court has given a judgment in this regard, then it has to be also obeyed. Now, because we have these various arms of government to check, to have these checks and balances, to make sure that the exercise of one arm of government is actually curtailed. And we don't have a situation where we have dictatorship in the entire process. So it is quite important that the governor obeys the decisions of the Supreme Court, which the governor has also stated in the state broadcast that he is going to implement the decision of the Supreme Court. Now, what we are dealing with is when.
Now, just take this, Barrister. When? Now, as it is now, the governor has no cabinet, no commissioner, so he will be going to the House of Assembly without a cabinet. Now, what doctrine of necessity is available to him? Does he require to present names to the House of Assembly to appoint people as special advisors?
No. It is not right to say there is no cabinet as of today. There are commissioners. There are commissioners that didn't join, that didn't resign. Before this whole crisis, there are commissioners that about 4 or 5 of them that didn't resign, that still stuck with the governor.
Sorry, let me just add this. Were they screened by the Amewele House of Assembly?
Yes, they were. So there are persons still there. And do not also forget, in the absence of a commissioner in a particular ministry, the permanent secretary of the ministry runs the show in the ministry. And the ministry can as well come up with their own budget and submit down to the executive council to add it to what will now become the appropriation bill in the circumstance. So there is no...
Yeah, I think it's interesting to note that there are some of his cabinet members that were screened by the Amewele, so which means the ones that were not screened by the Amewele lawmakers are the ones that will go.
Of course.
So I think we'll need to find out who are those commissioners.
Well, the good thing is
Doctrine
that
of necessity in Rivers State.
Cabinet in place, at least he has some people to work with. The thing is, what is not done according to law, you know, the law is sacrosanct. Yeah. He has to obey the law. First off, is the budget. Whatever is not done under the rightfully recognized assembly does not stand, and the law has already stated that. So I feel the budget right now, because the state cannot operate without a budget, and since the assembly has already asked
I think our guest is back.
Okay. All right. Well, Mr. Chetam, can you hear us?
Loud and clear.
Okay, Mr. Chetam, if you can hear us, let me quickly go to this other issue. As at Monday, the governor said that the House of Assembly, the local government chairman should hand over to local government administrators so that they will take control. But the Amewele House of Assembly ruled against it. Now, what should be the position of the law? Because one group is saying that the House of Assembly chairman, whose tenure expires sometime in June 2024, should be the one that will take charge. While the governor's angle is saying, look, there was an election, though nullified, now those guys should hand over. Now, what is the position of the law in this aspect, please?
And truth be told, if we want to be sincere with ourselves, there is no way those persons whose tenure has elapsed would now come back to take over the leadership of the local government council, as it were. It is not possible for them to come back to take over the leadership of the House of Assembly. Now, when you go back to the issue of tenure elongation, which was done by the Martin Amewele-led assembly before this whole crisis, or within this period of the crisis, you also discover or agree with me that there was also a court judgment that actually said that that particular action by Martin Amewele was wrong. and also expunged Section 2 of the Rivers State local government laws within that particular judgment. Now, that completely removed the issue of tenure elongation. So in Rivers State, we do not have the issue of tenure elongation. What is proper in the circumstances that is the HLGAs, which happens to be the highest ranking civil servant at the local government level, should naturally take over the administration of the local government. Just like we have talked about the issue of the ministries, where there are no commissioners, the permanent secretaries in charge of each ministry should continue with the leadership of the ministry, as it were. However, you know, the challenge we have is that there are lots of politics going on here. The Supreme Court has also stated clearly that has also abolished caretaker committees for local governments. Exactly. So in circumstances where we do not have elected local government officers, are you now saying that we should go back and bring back people whose tenures has elapsed and restore them back to continue leading us as local government officers? For me, that argument does not actually follow. It does not follow. The natural thing is that the highest ranking civil servant should continue in that particular light as the head of the local government.